Hello guys, this is 1/3 TV. We are back today, and today we are going to give you 5 advantages of planting yams in bags. I'm going to try and make this very quickly and briefly because I don't want to waste your time, neither do I want to take a lot of time doing this video. So let's go straight to the point. Number one advantage of planting your yams in bag. Number one advantage is space. With planting in bags, it eliminates the use of excessive land space. You don't need to have 10, 5, whatever plot or hectares of land. You don't need all that. All you need is a little space at your backyard and you are good to go. Right? Because these yams are planted in bags, it means that you can maximize the space that you have. Let's say, for example, you have a space of, let's say, half a plot at your backyard or even smaller than that, right? So you can plant something close to 100 tubers of yam to 200, depending on how you line up your bags and utilize the space. So you see, planting in bags can actually help you, you make use of a smaller space but bringing out a huge yield from your farm. So that's it, number one. Now let's move on to number two. Number two is labor. Labor in the sense that when planting yam, you do actually need a lot of human strength, manpower and all that. Because at first, you have to, try to till the soil, make it soft. And then after that, you have to start making all these mounds. Making a single mound is not easy, And I believe that most of us watching these videos, if you are given a hole to make a mound right now, you'll probably make about 2 or 3 and you're like, you know what, I'm done. So you don't have to do all that. And let's say even you have money to pay someone to do it. It's also not cheap to get somebody to make. Say, for example, you want to plant 300 tubers of yam. It means you have to make 300 molds or mounds or whatever you call it, right? You have to make 300 of those, and that would cost you some money. I remember last year I planted on a flat land. I planted about 200 and something, mounds of yam, and I had to pay the guys who came in and did all that mounds for me, and I think I paid them around something close to 10,000-15,000, and this is because I know them, so they actually did it for cheap, right? So you can save all that money and plant in bags. Of course, planting in bags, you have to also get someone to fill up the bags with sand for you, but this cost is way cheaper compared to when someone is trying to make a mound or something. All right. So number two is labor. You get your labor, the energy and the power needed to actually plant in bag is way less than what you do when you're planting on a flat land. Now let's go to number three. Number three is cost. When you plant in bags, you save a lot of cost. Let me give you an example. Number one, planting in bag eliminates weeding. You don't get to weed at all. And if you think weeding is an easy thing, no, it's not. It's a serious business because people do get to pay a lot of money to get their farms weeded out. Last year we planted on a flat land, and honestly, I don't know. I can't remember how many times we weeded that farm. Probably 8 to 7 times in that 6 to 8 month period that we had the yams growing there. And each time at first we went in there to do it ourselves. We did do it ourselves a couple of times, but we realized, we can't keep up with the energy needed to do this because it's like you weed today and then you come back 2 days later and everywhere is like bushy. It's all like you can't even get into the farms anymore. So weeding is a problem and it costs money. Also, it costs, a lot of our strength and energy and manpower to do. So when you plant in bags, you don't weed anything. My yams right now, they've been growing in bags for the past, 4 months, and not even a single day that I had to go and weed anything. So you eliminate that problem, right? So you can cut cost there. And also planting in bags help you cut cost in the sense that the labor is not as expensive as planting on a flat yam. When it comes to things like, making the mounds, it costs a lot of money. That's planting. Also, after planting, when you are harvesting, that's a very difficult part of, the whole process of planting yam in a flat land. You need to get people who are expert in this thing to dig up the yam for you. And doing that is not easy. I saw that firsthand before. Last year when we planted on flat land, it took days to get all the yams out. And sometimes they even break, while you try to get them out. And plus, the labor also is expensive. So you have to pay for that. But when you plant in bags, it's as easy as lifting up a piece of paper when you are harvesting the yams. So when you are harvesting the yams, you don't have to dig those dry soil and try to get the yams out, because you have harvested the yam when the rain is already gone. So it means the soil is not longer wet. You have to dig to get the yam out. But with planting in bags, all we do is, once it's time to harvest the yam, all you need to do is get water and water all the bags. Once you water the bags, they become soft. Just kick the bag and it falls off and the sand just pours out. And then you bring out your yam. Or you take a knife and you slit the bag open and the soil falls apart and you pick up your yam. So you see here, the cost of doing that is way, way, way cheap compared to planting on a piece of land. Now let's move to number 4. Number 4 is convenience. Convenient. It's very convenient for you to plant your yams in bags. Why? Because you can actually do this at your home. I'm doing this right now at my backyard. So it means every time probably I'm watching a match, Chelsea, Arsenal, obviously, of course, Chelsea is going to come out winning that match because I'm a Chelsea fan. Anyway, that's not the point. So watching a match, and then you can just, after halftime, you can come out of the house to stretch yourself and wait for the second half. Again, just quickly run to the backyard and see how the crops are doing. It means every time you get out, you have an opportunity to see what you're doing at the backyard. But with planting at your farms or in farms, you have to sometimes travel a long distance to go to the farm and take care of the yams and all that. And sometimes maybe in a week you get to go to the farm twice. If anything else is happening during the days that you are not at the farm, then you are at a loss. So, but with planting in bags, it brings convenience. You can plant at your backyard, or maybe there is a house next to your place that has no one living there. You can just get that house and then put a yam in there, right? So convenience is one of the advantages you have in planting your yams in bags. So finally, the last advantage you have is security. So because when you plant your yams in bags and you're doing that at your backyard, or you're doing that maybe at house that is close to your house, an abandoned plot or something close to where you live, you have maximum security. You don't have to worry about thieves coming in there and stealing something. You don't have to worry about the Fulani herdsmen coming in there, grazing on your crop or destroying your farm and all that stuff. So it also has that edge of security over planting in a normal farm. There are also lots of other advantages that are to planting in bags, but maybe I will sharing those in subsequent videos. All right, so these are your 5 advantages planting your yam in bags. So also you can do this, and already if you're not doing it at home, you can start something at your backyard. And if you have any difficulties or problem, you can always reach us and let us know what your problems are. We're there to help you, give you 1 or 2 solutions to your problems. And if this is your first time watching 1/3 TV, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel down below. We post videos of these, how you can use your backyard, whether you're farming fish or you're just planting something or whatever, how to make the best use of your backyard. And also we also share videos of the issues we're facing in our country, Nigeria, and all that stuff. Whatever we like, we just make videos, right? So if you want to be part of us, you can just subscribe to our channel. So this is all we have for you today. Hopefully we're going to make more videos, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.